In this video, the most important illustration from the chapter 2 linear correlation from illustration 26 to 32 has been covered. Those illustrations which has been actually asked in the exam for the section C and D for 2 and 3 marks. I would suggest to go through this video as in the textbook there is a only solution. Here I am going to cover the explanation as well, and this is quite very important illustration. So let's start with the illustration 26. Determine the value of the correlation coefficient from the following result. Covariance xy is to sx square is equal to 3.5 and sx is to sy is equal to 1:2. Now when the sign of is to is given, here we keep covariance xy upon sx2, and here the 3 is to 5, so which have to be keep 3 at the top and 5 at the down. In the same way, if I show you for such equation, sx upon sy is to 1/2. This is what the exactly equation. And if I show you the formula, here is the formula: covariance x y sx sy. This is what the exactly the formula. If I solve this particular equation, I will show you it will turn to the formula only. See, covariance x y, this is sx square into sx sy. If this is a square, I will show you covariance xy square है तो ये 2 times I will write down sx upon sy. So 1 will be cut, so it turns to a formula only, that is covariance xy sx into sy. This is what exactly the formula it turned into. Now I'll show you the solution of this. Covariance xy upon sx square into sx sy. Let's write down the value which has been given in the question. That is 3/5 into 1/2. 3 ones are 3 and 5 twos are 10. Here we get the answer 0.3. After illustration 26, moving to the illustration 27. The following results are obtained from the bivariate data where n value is given, sigma x minus x bar, y minus y bar value is given, sx is given, and sigma y minus y bar whole square. Now out of this information they told you to find out correlation coefficient. Now this is what the two formula I have wrote. Out of this information we can use this formula as well as this. This which I have shown you for the small question solution, and this when the x bar and y bar is in integer. Now here there is an option to the students that they can use any one of them. If you check in your textbook, here they have used the formula of this with the solution of sigma y minus y bar whole square. So here I will show you how it can be solved in this method. If we check it properly, this is given, the value of x minus x bar, y minus y bar is given, then sigma y minus y bar whole square is also given. The only thing is not given is this, that is x minus x bar whole square, that we can find out of this formula. I'll just show you how it has to be go. Sx sigma x minus x bar whole square upon n. Check into the information. Here you can see the value of sx is already given, that is 3. Sigma x minus x bar whole square, keep it as it is, and n which was given in the question, that is 10. If I switch this root to 3, it will turn to the whole square, and here x minus x bar whole square upon 10. 3 3s are 9. Now I'll take this 10 over here, that 9 multiplied by 10, sigma x minus x bar whole square, here it comes to 90. The value of sigma x minus x bar whole square, here we found, that is 90. Now take into the calculation. The value of this is already given in the question. 72. For this, just now we found that is 90. Multiply, value for this is already given in the question, that is 160. Now get them multiply first. 90 into 160, you will get 14400. Remove the root of this, you will get 120. At the end, you will get the answer 0.6, which will be matched from your textbook, which has been solved with the another formula. So here you have an option, you can solve by this formula as well as with this formula. Moving to the next illustration. An educationalist has conducted an experiment to know the relation between the usage of social media in mobile phone and the result of the examination. A group of 10 students is selected for this, and the following results were obtained regarding the time spent X in hour in last week on social media and the marks, that is denoted as Y, obtained out of 50 in the examination taken immediately after it. This is what the information is given in the question. After giving information, it has been shown that later on it was found that one of the pair of observation of X and Y was taken as 1320 instead of 1525. Find the correct value of correlation coefficient. This is the one of the similar question which we have solved in rank correlation, question number 8 from the exercise 2.3. Same thing we are going to solve. But here what they say, out of the observation, which the information has been collected, here the observation only has been got mistake. So first of all, write down which is the correct one and which is the incorrect one. Here the incorrect pair is 1320, whereas the correct pair is 1525. Go through the question, understand it properly, that one of the pair of observation of X and Y was 1320 and instead of 1525, means this is the X and this is the Y. So this is what the information is ready. Out of this information, first of all, we have to make the correction for this all the solution which is given to us. So first of all, let's take sigma X, that is 133. First take the incorrect one X, that is minus 13, and plus the correct one, that is 15. Here we get 135. Next for sigma Y. First take the value which is given in the question, that is 220, get minus with the incorrect one and add with the correct one. And here you will get 225. The next one is sigma X square. Remember, when you are taking the square, the value of the correct and incorrect both have to be taken in the square. Here I am taking the 13, that is incorrect pair, which have to be remove the square and then go for the calculation, plus 15, also remove the square of it, that is 133 minus 13 multiplied by 13, you will get 169, plus 15 multiplied by 15, you will get 225, and the answer for the sigma X square, that is 2400. In the same way we will do for sigma Y square, where we can see the value which is given in the question is 6500, incorrect one, that is 20, and the correct one, that is 25. Let's remove the calculation of it. Plus 625, and here we get 6725. In the same way, when the value of sigma xy have to be calculated, the value which is given in the question is 3500, and here we'll take both x and y, the incorrect x and y, that is 13 into 20 plus 15 into 25, the correct one, and that is the incorrect one. 3500 minus 260 and plus 375, and here we get the answer 3615. So after getting all the value, Then we'll keep the formula. Now out of this information, which formula will go? The formula which we used to take in the x bar y bar during decimal, and decimal with this less value, not the large one. So here I'm writing the formula sigma x y minus sigma x sigma y upon n sigma x square minus sigma x whole square into n sigma y square minus sigma y whole square. Now just put up the value. Here after putting the value, I'll just go throughout the calculation, and at the end we get the 0.59. Moving to the next illustration number 29. If the correlation coefficient between two variables x and y is 0.5, find the value of the following. Now for this question, it's very simple and easy. It looks something like difficult. It's very easy. Just you have to remember is first of all, let's first write down that here are x and y is equal to 0.5. I just took from here the variable of x and y is 0.5. Just write down this much thing, and here you just have to remember the rules of mathematics which we have done during secondary section. That is, here I'll just show you, minus plus will be minus, even the plus minus will be minus, but plus plus will be plus, and minus minus will remain minus. This is what exactly we have to see in the x variable or the y variable. If they are making a difference of minus plus, they will be minus, but if they are coming with the plus plus or minus minus, they will be plus. Next, over here just you have to check x is given in plus and y is given in minus. So here we will write down r is equal to r is equal to 0.5. Here we can see this is in the plus sign and this is in the minus sign. So here we'll give the answer as a minus 0.5. That's it. This is what exactly we have to do in such question. It comes for the 1 marks. Here we can see x is coming in the minus and y is coming in the plus. So here we'll say r is equal to minus 0.5. Here we can see that x is also in the minus sign and y is also in the minus sign. So here it will turn to the plus. So r is equal to 0.5 in the plus sign. If you check your illustration, you will find the same answer as well. Moving to the next second situation which is given in the same illustration. Here also we'll see only the x and y, no matter about the other numbers. Don't look at the other number. Here we can see x with the plus sign, y with the plus sign. So here we'll keep, and even one more thing in this question, that rxy is equal to 0.8, then find r is equal to uv. Here you just have to show that rxy is equal to r uv. First of all, get clear with this thing and then write down here r uv is equal to 0.8, but check the sign. Here also plus, here also plus. So the answer will remain in plus. Next, r uv is equal to 0.8, but let's see the x and y. Here x is also in the plus and y is also in the plus. Don't see the number, just see the sign. Is it in the plus or minus? Both are in the plus, so here the answer will remain plus. Next, in the third, r uv is equal to 0.8, and let's check x plus sign mein hai, but the y is with the minus sign. So here the answer will be minus 0.8. Next, r uv is equal to 0.8. Here x in the minus sign and y is with the plus sign. So as one is having the minus sign, the answer will remain in minus. Next, r uv is equal to, here we can see x with the minus sign and y is also with the minus sign. So the answer will be turned to plus. Remember this thing. This is how I did that, minus minus plus. Moving to the next. Illustration 30. A project is conducted by the group of the student of an MBA institute to know the relation between the result of the final year of school and final year of graduation for the student. The following information is obtained from the sample of 10 students regarding the percentage of marks in standard 12th, which will be denoted as an X, and the percentage of marks in the final year of graduation, which will denote as a Y. Here is the information given: N10, sigma x minus 65 is equal to minus 2, sigma y minus 60 is equal to 2. Can you see the information is something different? The 65 and 60 is given, there is no x bar has been shown. And here they told you to find the correlation coefficient between the percentage of marks in the standard 12th and the final year of graduation. Now when such question come, we can't declare directly that it must be an x bar. For example, if it is shown like something x minus 65 and if the value is given 0, then we can declare it as a x bar. But here the value has been given minus 2. Means we can't declare it directly that it will be x bar. So for this we have to show that sigma x minus 65 is equal to minus 2, so not equal to 0. So here we'll assume a as a 65. The value of 65 will be assumed as a. In the same way for y, here we can see the 60 is given and the value is given 2. So even here we can't declare it as a y bar will be the 60. So here again we have to show it that y minus 60 is equal to 2, which is not equal to 0. So here we declare b is equal to 60. Now after declaring it, remember when such information is given, you have to use a shortcut method formula, that is correlation coefficient are n sigma uv minus sigma u multiplied by sigma v, n sigma u square minus sigma u whole square, n sigma v square minus sigma v whole square under root. So this is what we are going to use. So first of all, let's take out the value of u and v. So here I can show you when we assume a is equal to 65, and you remember the formula of u, we used to write down u x minus a, and the value of a we used to assume any number out of the column, but I prefer to take the smallest number. That's what I have explained you in the last questions. So here we are going to assume 65 as a, that is a x minus 65. So here the value of sigma x minus 65, which will be denoted as a u. So here I'll show you the value of sigma x minus 65, which will be denoted as a u with the value of minus 2. In the same sense, if I show you for v, that is y minus b, here I am assuming 60 as a b. So it would be y minus 60 means sigma y minus 60, which will be denoted as a v. So here we'll denote x minus 60 as v with the value of 2. Same way, the another value of given for the square root, that is x minus 65 square root, here I will denote it as a u square, that is 176, and sigma x minus 60 square, which would be v square, will be 140. In the another way, x minus 65 and y minus 60 is equal to will be our uv, that is sigma uv, will be 141. That's what the value is given in the question. So here we get all the information which is needable for the formula. So just keep the information into the formula. You can see the n, which is given in the question 10. So I'm just going to put all the value in the formula and I'll show you the solution. Here I keep the value in the formula and solve the equation. Now here the solution is already available in the textbook, but the most important part is this to understand, and this is the question which we are going to solve in the exercise 2. So which would be easy to understand after going through this illustration. Now moving to the next illustration, that is illustration number 31. Quite important. To study the relation between the age x year of teenage children and their daily requirement of protein y grams, the following information is obtained from the sample of 10 children taken by the health department of state. Sigma x is 140, sigma y 150. Here is the information which is quite similar to our question number illustration number 30, and even here they told you to find out correlation coefficients between x and y. So first of all, let me remove the x bar and the y bar as the sigma x and sigma y is given. So here first of all we'll remove x bar and y bar as we used to do before. Here the number of students were 10 children, so here we'll denote n as a 10. Here comes x bar, and for the y bar 150 divided by 10, here we get 15. So after getting x bar and y bar, the next thing we are going to take, as this information is given something like this, so here again we'll use the shortcut method formula. So first of all, let me take all this information back here. That is sigma x minus 10 whole square is equal to 180, which is not equal to 0. So here we'll say assume a 10 as a, and same for the y. So here I did note 215. So sigma x minus 10 whole square, here I am denoting it as a u square with the value of 180, sigma y minus 15 square, which will be denoted as a v square with the value 215, sigma x minus 10 and y minus 15 is denoted as uv as a 60. Now the twist in this question is no u and v, means without square वाली value हमको दी ही नहीं है. So that's what we are going to find out in this question. So here sigma x minus 10 whole square we denoted as a u square. So just take this sigma x minus 10 as u. But here there is no value is given. We need the value for the u, right? So just take the multiplication, like if we remove the bracket, sigma x and sigma 10. Sigma x minus sigma 10, the equation which we used to do in the mathematics. Here the value of sigma x, which is given in the question, directly we can write down 140. Minus sigma 10, remember the equation, just keep the n value over here at the top of the sigma, that is 10, which is given in the question. Now just get them multiplication, 10 into 10, 100. So 140 minus 100, here we get the u value as a 40. In the same way, if I show you for v, that is sigma y minus 15. To find out the value, again make a multiplication, sigma y minus sigma 15. The value of sigma y, which is given in the question, is 150. And for the multiplication, at the top of the sigma, write down the value of n, which is given in the question. ये question में 10 लिया है, इसीलिए मैंने 10 रखा. Otherwise, whatever numbers has been given in the question, that number have to be written at the top of the sigma. So 15 tens are 150. If 150 you get minus with 150, the value is 0. So here we get the value of u as a 40 and the value of v as a 0. So now we can go with the formula, that is n sigma uv minus sigma u sigma v under root n sigma u square minus sigma u whole square multiplication n sigma v square minus sigma v whole square. So here we get n as a 10, sigma uv, that is 60, sigma u just now we found, that is 40, sigma v, that is 0, under root 10, sigma u square over here is 180 minus sigma u whole square, that is 40 whole square multiplication, and again 10 sigma v square, that is 215 minus sigma v whole square, that is 0 at the top square. Now I'll just continue with the calculation. Here I complete the solution, which is also available in the textbook, but the main thing was the calculation, have to find out the value. Here we complete illustration 31, moving to the illustration, the last illustration, that is 32. To know the relation between the ability in two different subjects for the students, a sample of 7 students is taken from a school. from the information of marks in two subjects for 7 students, which will denote as a n is equal to 7. It is known that the sum of the square of difference in the rank of 3 their marks is 25.5. Sum the sigma square of difference of rank, that is d square, that is here they gave the value 25.5. It is also known as that two students got equal marks in one subject and all the remaining marks are different. Find the rank correlation coefficient. Now when they are giving an information that two students got equal marks, means here we are going to introduce CF. So two students got equal marks means m is equal to 2. The equation, hope you remember, which have to be solved to find out CF. There is the only one equation, so we got only the one information total, that is CF 0.5. So on this base, we'll solve the formula rank correlation coefficient. Here we get 1 minus 6 sigma d square, that is 25.5 plus CF, that is 0.5 upon n, which is given in the question 7 square plus 1. And here we go with the calculation. Here I complete the calculation. Remember, till you know the answer, but don't skip directly to the answer. Like आप यहाँ से step miss मत कर देना. Remember to class them, then give the multiplication and write down those steps to cover your marks. Otherwise, you will lose some 0.5 marks out of this. So here we complete the illustration 32. See you on the exercise 2.